it just requires a lot more risk to actually make moves. I think Secret, if they can keep the game even, just naturally are going to eke out an advantage because they're not reliant on these big spells. And really, I just feel like they're the better team.
Yeah, but from a Tumba Man's perspective, how easy is the farm in this lane?
It's not that easy, but Ogre is a really good wall. Oh, Saberlight's in trouble here.
He's going to get pounced on. Puppey does not have Fire Blast, no mana to speak of, but the Boundless Strike is there. And Matumba Man's Jingu Mastery does procs. I believe he is going phase boots right now, if he did buy the boots in base. So going for the... I mean,
Nisha needs to be careful mid.
Oh. All right, we have the Shadow Strike applied. I believe a Fairy Fire was popped. Supreme, blink, not up for 5 seconds. Going to get off the Scream of Pain. No mana to speak of as Nisha is just life leeching him away. This is going to be really close. The Shadow Strike continuing to tick him down. And Supreme finally, with that last blink, able to get the last right click.
Like grunt work, just standing in front all the time.
Speaking of grunt work, Ogre Magi has come to the mid lane, Cinderin, but not able to get off a Fire Blast. It is quite low range right now. Supreme.
Oh, Supreme. That is...
Okay, blinks into 3 enemy heroes, and it's just going to get chopped down now. Pops the Fairy Fire. Another Scream of Pain, but not even remotely close to a kill. So
Nisha is not outside of range of anything meaningful here. Time for Bounty Runes and Outposts. Era will grab the bot one. Puppey. And they can't stop Puppey from taking it back.
They have absolutely
just clapping there.
Very unfortunate. Nisha looks like he's going to take some heavy damage. The dive was there from Era. He's going to turn this around with the Balance Strike from Matumba Man. Great timing, and they find 2 kills as a result. Nisha, if I was his teammate, I would definitely deny him there just for fun, but they'll let him go back to base.
I would assume they don't, because it's not your hero, right?
No,
that's a really good question, though.
Fire Blast on the Saberlight Stampede used as well. They're going to find an easy one.
I think they play by the same rules as your ulti.
If you have any questions about Valorant, just let me know. I know you're still waiting to get into that beta. Charlie on the Troll Warlord is going for the Battle Fury. We've seen a lot of variation. Battle Fury or Maelstrom, I think, are the only 2, right? To begin the game as Monkey King taking off his perch here. There's a telekinesis onto the Queen of Pain, but the false promise will keep him alive for a little bit longer. Matumba Man looks to be super dead. A Sonic Wave will actually ensure that. Not sure if it was 100% needed. Sonic Wave was stolen. Yapzor with a 3-man Sonic Wave. It was green. It was delicious. It was beautiful. 2 for 1 right now. The multicast onto the Troll. He's going to pop that ult. Of course, they don't have false promise or anything like that to keep him alive any longer, so he will fall shortly after. And it looks like Nip is now on the run. It's a 2 for 2. And that'll break things up. Phoenix's
AoE on the explosion of Supernova is so big that for Rubik to press you with Spell Steal, he will have time to press Fire Spirits when it ends, right?
Right.
It's just so Phoenix just needs to instantly press Fire Spirits after Supernova, and it never gets stolen.
Right. Yeah. Now telekinesis into Hoof Stomp into death.
Now they could smoke a roleplay if they wanted to. Don't think they have a smoke though.
Well, Matumba Man is invisible. He's a 1-man smoke. They could try to set up on Supreme. He's thinking about the ultimate. This would be actually going for it. The Boundless Strike is there. Onto the Roar. That was the TP from Yapzor. Great synergy here. Great communication.
Like, we've not been spoiled with the best quad performances. I would agree with that. But the hero itself is actually in a pretty good spot right now. So I don't think the hero itself is a bad pick. Not at all.
So user error, in other words. Aegis is now on Charlie. Has the Treads Battle Fury ready to go. So able to steal, but take the Roche in the midst. We're going to see another Roar onto Nisha now. So that is a quick kill on the Death Prophet. That means Secret needs to get the hell out. Tier 1 tower will likely fall now. Telekinesis onto Charlie into the Fire Blast. He might actually get the Aegis is already consumed. The egg is down. Can they kill it? The Echo Saber going to work. They're going to be able to get the Phoenix. Balance Strike onto 2. Sonic Wave, I just heard it. Not sure how many heroes it actually hit though. It's a 2 for 1. Looks like they will find Matumba and the Tier 1 tower. So overall, a good fight for Nip.
It's a bit too defensive considering he already has an Oracle covering him, right? Like, I'd rather see them put the pressure through his itemization.
Yeah. So we're going to see a smoke here from Secret as Nisha is leading the charge. Oh,
this is a good pick.
To Charlie. Exorcism into the Fire Blast multicast. Mega dead. Zai with the random stomp onto trees, just making sure everyone knows he hates trees, which means he's going to be playing Timbersaw next game most likely, as they find the Oracle as well.
Yeah. But maybe if he weathers the storm, this Satanic could make for a big fight where he tanks stuns, stays alive barely, gets ulti off, and maybe they swing it. Gonna have to wait and see.
Well, Era, this is interesting. Well, we might have to hold that thought as Charlie takes an invisibility rune. But Nisha and company know this. Nip still forcing the issue though. Multicast again onto the Beastmaster. Puppey gets a nice fire blast off. BKB popped by Nisha. He's going to get Exorcism off. Sonic Wave to follow. Yules to keep the DP alive a little bit longer. Will attempt to kill this. The roar just in time as Era stuns the entirety of Team Secret, it feels like. Nisha's going to be the second fall. Both cores are dead. And with this, Nip should be able to help clean up. A nice stomp here from Zai, but it looks to be his death as well. Very beautiful fight from Nip, as they're able to find the 3 cores. Knowing that Roar and Sonic Wave are down means that this is a free Roche. So great recognition from Secret. Not sure if Nip could take it back, they would use neither of those spells since it didn't result in anything.
I think he might have been better off getting something else, perhaps. But it can still come in clutch, right? Even 2 seconds or a second and a half in Dota makes all the difference sometimes. But you've got to consider that, you know, he could have
Charlie, he's going to run into 3 heroes, gets the whirling axes off. Saberlight jumps in. Looks like they're going to focus on Matumbaman, who pops his BKBs in a 1v2 battle right now.
Stolen Roar.
Oh, beautiful. Sonic Wave is actually stolen from Supreme, and they're going to focus on the Matumbaman again. And 80 seconds of no Monkey King as he was just left to his own devices. And Secret just bolts. Matumbaman leading the way. They know the general vicinity that Nip is in. Puppey's going to break. Gets off the ward. You can see plain and clear. He did not multicast. 75%. He did not multicast, ladies and gentlemen. It happened. Buff stomp onto Supreme. He's going to get caught off guard again. A Sonic Wave finishes him off. And with that, will Nip try to back? No, they're going to continue on as the buyback is here from the Queen of Pain. False promise on Charlie. Maybe a little bit prematurely as Saberlight getting completely focused inside the Monkey King ult. Egg did go all the way through the animation, so stuns the entirety of Team Secret, but Era is just going to fall very shortly after. And I believe that was the Beastmaster ult again being stolen and used on his own team. Charlie looks to be donezo. 4-0 as Secret. Sorry, 5-0 with the buyback from Quam.
Man, that was such a huge outplay the way they set that up, but they're so quick to make this decision and get the kill. That was
quick. Who gets
probably play of the game?
Matumbaman or Zai?
Matu,
Who do you think should get this? It goes to Matumbaman. Filth. Well, Abyssal finished on Monkey King. So Matumba has a 5k net worth lead over everybody in the game and is looking very strong. Even as a tree, he looks menacing. I mean, that haste rune and bloodlust effect.
Poking Charlie while they jump the back line.
Yeah, Beastmaster still has the roar. Supreme looks like he's going to help finish off Puppey here, but there's the jump in. Sonic Wave is used by Supreme with the BKB activated. Nisha gets off Exorcism. Troll's going to pop his ult and stay alive, but for how long is the question? Matumbaman gets the Wukong's command off. There's the false promise from Charlie. Onto Charlie, I should say, is Matumbaman will lose the Aegis. See if Troll War will be able to live any longer here. He gets popped after the false promise ends. Does have buyback. But this Exorcism being up for a decent amount of duration now. Soneko is deleted off the map. Troll Warlord buys back into the game, but there's the patented multicast from Puppey. Charlie getting some heals. Hoof stomp, the fake in from Zai. Looks like they'll be able to get another kill here as Matumbaman getting quite low. He's going to get healed a little bit. Looks like he might go down to that dot. We'll see that the Phoenix Egg is basically impossible to kill at this point. Matumbaman did live as a result of the heals coming out.
He stole it on Yaps.
He stole Egg! He did it!
He actually got it.
Basically impossible, he says.
Maybe with Lens, and he doesn't have the catch on.
I was gonna say.
Really quick, I don't... Well, that's a
Zai
full
died,
deal.
but the Balance Strike deletes the buyback on the Oracle. Looks like Era is next, and this could be the beginning and end of game 1. Although DP gets roared, so they will find a very important kill. So Secret might have to back now. Zapsor TP's out to safety, leaves Matumbaman, who just wants to man fight his way to base. BKB TPs.
How much is it?
Maybe not yet.
1 times strength. That's... No, it's not enough. But it's a lot of damage though. Still, it's like 400. Yeah.
Matumbaman, the Abyssal Blade off. He's trying to kill the Beastmaster. The Egg is trying to save him in the meantime. Sonic Wave pushes them back. The double Egg now is actually going to go off, but the green Egg is coming for you, Nip, says Yapsor. See what else he steals. Looks like the Beastmaster does end up falling. Supreme has to blink out to safety. The buyback onto the Beastmaster. Of course, his roar is down, and looks like Secret wants to retreat.
Just their item advantage. I think that was probably good enough if they could get in, but maybe they felt hesitant without smoke.
Not that it was the wrong move, but it should be noted that Supreme used that Sonic Blade before he picked up the Aghanim Scepter, so it's still going to be on cooldown here. The fight breaks out. Matumba Man jumps in onto the Beastmaster. A huge boundless strike for the False Promise. Will keep Saberlight alive. He's able to TP out, or blink TP. Roar used on the Queen of Pain, and he actually stole Blink, so he's going to have a double Blink on Yapsor, his favorite combination. And Queen of Pain finds her way to the grave, but does have buyback.
My job in this game is to get an ulti off. So whatever gives me the longest freedom in the fight to not get discovered is the best item, right? I like Shadowblade here. I think it's good. Like usually you would go Glimmer, but
normally you don't see Shadowblade and Ghost Scepter on the same inventory slot, but today you do. Charlie pops the ult to stay alive. Of course, still has his Satanic, and Seneko no False Promise for 30 seconds as Matumba Man getting destroyed. Nobody's able to help him. And with that, Nip just continues on. Charlie beat the living crap out of him. I know that telekinesis talent at 25 was the right choice, but imagine the 40% spell amp in conjunction with both of those other things we mentioned. And he steals Sonic away.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Puppy?
Puppy's going to be found out here. The roar is there.
He stole axes.
Not steal it this time. Yep, axes, unfortunate, but it is the Aghanim's axes, so he could use that to full effect as Troll Warlord. Still with the Aegis intact inside the Wukong's command. That's a level 25 talent one. And Zai getting beat down as the egg will break here. Not break, but hatch. I guess that's the right way to talk about it. Centaur buys back into the game as it looks like Ogre Magi. Puppy will have to die and buy back. They still want to fight. Nisha pops the Shivas. Still has his BKB. It's a 7-second one.
Oh,
and this is on the run. Boundless Strike onto 2. Hoof Stomp to follow. There's the stolen egg again. Are you serious? And they're going to finally kill the Nip egg. They do have buybacks in full, as Beastmaster will be the 4th to fall. Now, what else can they get here? They need to force out the buybacks, but then they'll have to retreat. And Aegis, or I should say the Roshan, is not quite up yet.
Do have a wave mid, though, so these buybacks have to come out. Secret can end the game too quickly.
Fortification. Quap is sitting on 8k gold, by the way. And I don't think he's going to have time to go shopping either. There's the roar. Matumba Man gonna stay safe for now, but the Sonic Wave completely decimates him. Charlie's gonna use his Abyssal Blade on top of the Death Prophet. Pops the BKB finally. There's the Stampede. And it looks like Supreme is gonna continue on here. Shadow Strike will slow. And Charlie is gonna attempt to beat down Nisha. The Lotus Orb is applied, and Matumba Man did buy back into the game, by the way. It's going to be showing here. He gets off his ult, but the Death Prophet is going to die. We'll buy back into the game. Exorcism is still up. Abyssal Blade onto the Beastmaster. He's going to eat his cheese. He's going to attempt to get out, but he's going to get bashed inside that Wukong's command. So Matumba Man will claim him. That is a dieback Beastmaster. False Promise applied to Charlie, but there's not a whole lot these supports can do at this point. Blinking in is Supreme with a 9,000 gold. Unfortunately, that gold does not apply to your damage in any way, shape, or form. Charlie, finally, the False Promise ends, and he dies shortly after. 120 seconds on the deck. Looks like Nip will be falling here and taking the first loss in this best-of-3 series. But well fought. I still can't get over how much gold Supreme is sitting on.
Yeah.
GGs are called. Ay, ay, ay. Whew.
Yeah, I don't know if it would have made a difference if he could have had another S-tier item in that slot. It looks like he wanted to get Octarine. I don't think that's the maker there. They were
true
a little bit short. Man, that was a really good game. I think both teams playing awesome team fights, making really good decisions. I don't know if it's
just
good enough.
Because there's no burst. I mean, it's a 4 seconds for the time lapse? The last 4 seconds? I can't even remember. Something to that effect. But so you're saying because there's no actual like straight up burst damages, Seneco's going to get first blood in the top lane.
It's 5 seconds, by the way, the time lapse.
Dealing some damage to this tower. A little bit surprised he didn't go for the mid. Oh, actually, forced rotation will TP mid and just going to go straight for the tower now. That's a pretty cool move. Now that he's Supreme his top lane, Zai taking some heavy damage. Of course, has a Photic Shield to dispel the Searing Chains.
Double save,
and Nisha
back off.
Will be able to get this tower most likely.
Looks like Zai will die for it.
All right, they will get it. but that did require quite a few heroes coming over, and they're going to lose mid lane. So very cool move from Nisha. I like that a lot. It's going to force a TP though. YapzOr's getting chased. So the question is, will they have any TPs to save him? Doesn't look like it. Resigned to his death. And that'll end up being a double kill for Supreme. So now I'm not so sure.
Oh, he doesn't have Dragon Tail. He does. He just leveled up. He could go for Era here.
Has the DD, but the Aether Remnant is there. And TP support from Seneko. Inkswell. We can get this stun off. Will we have enough? Ooh. Does that actually go off like that? That's interesting. Era getting breathe fired. Nisha no longer in range for him, so we'll have to catch up the old-fashioned way. We'll give up, though, and apply more pressure to Grimstroke. He's getting surrounded here. Supreme has finally found his way to the mid lane. There's the Matamba Man ult, the haunt to come through. Seneco's going to live. They're going to try to force all this pressure onto the Ember Spear, but the Remnant is available. He will live a little bit longer. Looks like it's going to be a 2-for-1, and the Dragon Knight does fall. Wow. Supreme. Beautiful rotations from Nip. Ends up being a 4-for-1. All they lost was the support Void Spirit. We did mention it was going to be built by Weaver most likely, but it does make sense that Supreme would build it as well, since that's fairly common on Ember Spirits. And
still very curious what Weaver gets on Weaver, what he queues up next.
Okay.
YapzOr getting dove.
YapzOr. Yeah, Inkswell is available, and here's the combo, but there's a double TP incoming. YapzOr will be saved thanks to the Aphotic Shield. Saberlight going to Shikuchi away. Coddle was taken out. A little bit out of position there. For Puppy. Nisha going to use Dragon Form. Will Nip want to continue with this is the question. Saberlight will Shikuchi to safety. They're actually surrounding him inside their tier 1 tower. YapzOr again, Aphotic Shield. There's the time-lapse keeping the Weaver alive. No, he dies right afterwards, actually. Seneko getting haunted on. He's going to attempt to TP out. Will be successful, surprisingly enough. Supreme, no remnants up at the moment. And the CS, in terms of net worth, actually got quite the lead on Naga as well. Got quite the lead on everybody, in fact. Here comes Charlie. They're just going to spot out Matamba.
Puppy's in trouble. He is
inside the trees here. Yeah. Puppy is donezo. The Inkswell finishes him off. He's going to buy back into the game, surprisingly enough. He does have his ultimate to work with, Nisha. Spirit Vessel is already applied, but the Aphotic Shield instantly dispels. And there is Puppy's ult. Matamba Man's going to be saved as a result, but he's getting relatively low. Supreme's going to jump in with his remnants. Will not find a kill, however. Era is the only one to die on the side of Nip, so it's a 1-for-1 with a buyback onto the Coddle. Seneko TP's out. Charlie's going to be a big kill, but the Song of Siren saves him. He's ticking down very low thanks to the Dragon Knight, but will live. And now Supreme and Saberlight and Seneko. Thought he TP'd out. I guess not. Going to get the Soulbind onto 2. Do they have anything to follow it up by? No, it's just going to use for the slow, if nothing else. Saberlight, that's going to do as much damage as possible. Will time-lapse into the tier 1 tower, looking for Matamba Man, but the Aphotic Shield again saving another member of Team Secret. Zai keeping everyone alive, it feels like.
But Spectre is progressing. Dragon Knight is progressing. Abaddon is going full utility, by the way. I think it's the perfect choice here, going Vlad's into Pipe.
Matamba Man, they're going to go on top of him. This could be an enormous kill if they're able to find it. Zai with the Aphotic Shield again, but Spectre not able to get out, and Zai looks to be next. The borrow time does activate. He's going to do as much damage as he can to Seneko, who's going to attempt to TP out. Huh?
Actually got him.
Why was he trying to TP out? He was fine if he just ran. Now, I have a question for you in terms of item builds. We're going to go on to Zai here, but Aphotic can shield himself. The Dragon Knight build, he's going BKB, but went Shadowblade first. What do you think of this build? So my assumption is you initiate in Shadowblade form, haunt in afterwards, and try to find kills. As Zai is
he didn't even pop his ult, but they found Nisha. That's bigger.
Yeah, he's at half HP. The Soulbind onto 2, and his TP is no longer there. So this is going to be an easy kill at the end of the day on 2 heroes, 2 cores, in fact. And YapzOr looks to be the third.
Somewhere will be a weak spot every time. Saberlight. He'll be fine.
Yeah, it's going to get disrupted, but we'll Shikuchi out. Doesn't look like they have any vision. Is that a normal? Yeah, YapzOr getting initiated on, but here comes the Will-O-Wisp onto 2 heroes, but they're both going to get outside of it, so Secret's going to attempt to go back in, but the Song of the Siren will be used, and now the Will-O-Wisp is gone. See if they can go on top of this. No, they're actually going to potentially retreat here. Saberlight is found, will be brought down by the Keeper of the Light, it looks like, so it's a 1-for-2 as Secret will continue. and they will find a third in the form of Supreme. So nice fight overall, and that's the Radiance reveal.
So this is the big timing secret I've been waiting for 20 minutes. And now it's about keeping up the momentum here. And ideally, maybe getting a secondary catch even. I'm wondering if they're going to try to either get... I mean, it's only really Spectre here that could buy a catch, I suppose. Oh, close call on the blind there, but he did get out.
Ooh, Era might be... Ooh, a nice fake out, but it's going to be low ground here for the stun from DK. And down goes Era. So it ends up being 4 kills.
They might just be giving it up. I think it looks like Secret feel like this is happening, but they will probably be too late.
No Haunt. Dragon Form is down. Will-O-Wisp is down for 20 seconds. They're going to try to delay. Zai's just going to end up walking in. This is a good attempt here. Aquatic Shield is down, but Charlie will get the Aegis of Immortality. He's very low. They could pop it pretty early. Song of the Siren's coming back very shortly. Era drops first, though. Aegis is down. We'll see if they want to fight as these ultimates are now online for Secret. Coddle has absolutely no mana, but pops the wand. There's the Will-O-Wisp onto 3. Ember Spear on the other side. Song of the Siren is used in this conjunction, though. So Puppey does go down as Supreme attempting to get out of dodge. A nice slow here. Beautiful stroke of fate slowing everybody down. Supreme pops the Essence Ship, or the Essence Ring, but he has absolutely no remnants for 5 seconds. So all it requires is 1 stun, and they find it. So another nice fight for Secret, despite losing the Roshan in theory, where Secret doesn't really have the same kind of luxury. I mean, Song of the Siren is the one big one, I guess, but we'll see if that comes into play at all during the rest of this game. Nisha already getting drained heavily. Forced to disrupt him is YapzOr. He's going to have 3 dragons as a result. Era jumps in with the Astral Step. There's the Will-O-Wisp used onto 2 heroes as... Unfortunately, Puppey dies within the Will-O-Wisp. The fattest Ignis was not enough for him. Soulbind onto 2. BKB popped by the Dragon Knight. They're just going to turn onto Era. He easily melts. YapzOr in the meantime getting healed by Zai. Supreme still working on the Aghanim Scepter. He's going to get silenced here. Essence Ring is popped again. Naga Siren getting extremely low. Has the Song of the Siren. We'll have to pop it here very shortly, but the Inkswell keeps him safe. And I'm going to turn this back around as Matumba Man very low, drops to the deck. 3 for 1 with the buyback coming from Era. And this looks to be a very close team wipe here in favor of Nip. Nisha, this mana drain is just destroying Secret.
Because the heroes are just playing around it with their reach. And the Haunt from Matsu coming in a little bit late as well. So they already got the Coddle kill and were ahead in the fight before the Haunt came in. I think they were deciding if they wanted to do it. Puppey is dead again.
Saberlight has a diffusal blade as well, by the way.
NIP will possibly scout it if they send in literally anything into the pit now. They would know it's spawning now. But looks like they're just on the hunt for Nisha. He's finding us a sentry ward. He got out.
He's good to go. Oh. He's ensnared. He's getting surrounded. Zai is coming for moral support, among other things. Soulbind is going to be on both of them. And yeah, with that BKB and Dragon Form activate, I believe Nip will probably just back here. That's what Will-O-Wisp used. They're trying to get the Weaver. Nice blinding light back into the Will-O-Wisp. So Weaver's dead, and Nip will be forced to retreat. I mean, you popped a big ultimate and BKB. I feel like getting out of there was the right choice here. They might find some more, though. Dragon Tail connects onto Suneko.
Oh, too late on the song.
Too late. That's a big ultimate on the side of Nip down now, as Era is completely surrounded here. That is his last Astral Step. We'll get an Aether Remnant down, but feels like these are somewhat unnecessary deaths.
Yeah, this is really bad, because now they can't even steal the Roche with Song of the Siren. I think they were able to disengage there fully, cleanly, if they wanted to, and take that W with no Dragon Form, no BKB, and no Haunt. Maybe they could have been the ones initiating Roche, but now they got paid over a little more than they could chew. Yeah, I mean, what if, right? What if he gets in on top of the Spectre with this Silver Edge? Can they, or on top of the Dragon Knight? Can they kill the hero or not? There's Spectre can haunt away. There's Manta. There's Dragon.
Will-O-Wisp. They're gonna find Supreme. No, the Yule's counter is here. It's gonna remnant up to the high ground and will live as a result. That was very close. Very, very close. And
looks like the supports might be in trouble though. Good Glimmer.
Yeah, YapzOr. Taking some damage here from Saberlight as the fight's a bit scattered right now. YapzOr is taking the brunt of the damage, though. He's going to disrupt himself. We'll see if he ends up living through the day. Era getting quite low as well. Dragon Knight soulbound and destroyed. That's his dragon form down. Will come back with the Aegis, but it's a mere mortal, unfortunately for him. He's going to get taunted right off the bat by the Aether Remnant. Matamba Man trying to take some damage. He has the cheese, so will stay alive for a long period of time unless they're able to lock him down. And the Weaver is going to be saved by Song, and Nip looks like they're just going to retreat. Or are they? They're just repositioning so Weaver can stay very safe. Supreme trying to apply as much pressure as possible onto the Spectre. Still has his cheese available. Nisha is the one that's in a real peril here.
Does he want to give the cheese to Nisha here?
No, it's going to be close, but nope. Doesn't move any items to the backpack. So that is 4-4-1. Nip again coming out on top of this fight.
Because then he can use one offensively and still have one defensively. I think the tricky thing for SD this game is deciding what to do in the fight, right? Like, are you trying to put pressure or are you trying to save? And you also need to save yourself because you're getting jumped.
Supreme TPing out.
No bash.
No bash. Unfortunate for him. Charlie,
now Charlie.
Dragon-tailed up. There's the Will-O-Wisp. They're going to pop the dragon form. Charlie attempting to get out, but no way. And that could be a terrible fight here for Nip if it continues to go down this road. Saberlight pops the BKB, chasing Puppy, but
no bash.
Yeah, no bash again. And we'll be going for Aghanim Scepter next. The Black Dragon shall live if the game goes long enough, which is obviously amazing in its own right. Just the magic resist alone is crazy. It was like
Zai gonna break a smoke.
Yep. Oh, Will-O-Wisp is popped. Dragon Tail to follow, and Weaver is dead. Beginning the fight, and that's no Weaver for 84 seconds. Song of the Siren is available if they get any closer, but those illusions, my God, how annoying can they be?
It's just, if you have BKB, like, yeah, what are you? What's your purpose?
What's your purpose? Yes, your purpose is to survive, you see. The name of the game is DK. So much damage being applied to him right now. He is in Viz. Not sure if they have Vision. There's the dust, though. And, oh, nice disruption from YapzOr. Matamba Man, soulbound to the DK, I believe. And they're going to take a lot of damage as a result. Charlie getting extremely low now. He's going to get bashed. As is Manta and Song still up. Holding on to both.
Man, he is patient with that Song.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
They could go back in. His heart is regenerating now.
Oh, this is a big turnaround if they get Nisha. Oh, they dropped the sentry
Dragon
first.
Tail. He's going to blink out before any damage is applied. YapzOr and Zai might be in a little bit of trouble. Zai had to pop his borrowed time kind of early here. Matamba Man's still fighting. Let's see if they actually want to continue here. Remember, Cheese is still on Matamba Man. Charlie taking the brunt of the damage. There's a big Will-O-Wisp on several heroes. Charlie trying to get off his Song, but he's getting stun locked inside the Will-O-Wisp, and he is dead for 90 seconds. No buyback to speak of. And here comes Secret.
Secret are playing this really, really well. The way they're weaving around.
Onto Seneko. Disruption cancels the TP. They're going for more. Supreme taking the brunt of the damage, and the Dragon Tail is enough with the right clicks of both heroes. He drops the Gem of True Sight as well. As finally Seneko falls, we'll buy back into the game. And this is going to be a Rax, if not more. Double buyback. Naga Siren still dead for 60 seconds. Not even remotely close to his buyback. And they're just going to go for two. They're going to try to force out this non-existent buyback on the Naga Siren. And Spectre, again, still has the cheese, so is very healthy to go in here, very confident. Dragon form is about to go out, though, so their push will be much weaker in just a moment. Here's Soulbind onto 2, and they're going to jump onto the Void Spirit. Era will be punished and bought back into the game as a result. This is looking like a double Rax. Fortification is finally used after all this time, but still no Naga for 30 seconds. So they should be able to get at least this melee and run. We'll see if Nip can get some very important exit.
They're fake backing.
Does he live in some of these fights if he has Butterfly instead of the Silver Edge? Because a lot of the damage is the right clicks from DK and Spectre.
I do think yes. It might also be, like, maybe I'm looking at it wrong and BKB is, oh, hang on.
Yeah, DK, Nisha, BKB. Dragon form, buyback onto the Weaver. Is going to time-lapse back in, it sounds like. Nope, he actually just TPs in. I mean, I think that this right now is a potential opening for Nip. Knowing that Dragon form is down, maybe you try to force this Roche fight. I I mean, that's kind of a massive thing. Obviously, everything else is up for... Oh, no. Will-O-Wisp is still down. Let's see if they want to fight or not. There's the Hex onto Zai. Oh, looks like Era just gets blown up very, very fast.
Oh, the Abyssal as well.
Matamba Man jumps in with the Abyssal. Saberlight has the time-lapse in place, but will be full HP as a result. And he's still taking heavy damage here. Ember Spirit is just going left, right, and center all over the map. He's very fast. Very hard to actually stun that hero. Speaking of stunning heroes, Weaver is getting really low. They don't have vision to finish him off, though. Saberlight will have to go back to base now. The break apply the DK, but again, the save on disruption. They have ways to deal with this. And
Charlie has the song right now.
He has the song. He gets stunned, though. This could be the game right here. It's going to be close. And down he goes again. GG is called. Wow. Secret wins 2-0.
This was a really great series to watch. This was very entertaining Dota. I think once again, NIP, it's not a bad showing in this game. I don't think they should feel too down about their performance in either game.